Critical NFL betting information for December the 2nd. I'm Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. Wow, what a day I got today. 9 NFL winners led by the Moneyline Game of the Year. Yeah, it's on an underdog. It's our first Moneyline Game of the Year play since 2015. That's how big this play is. I'll give you a hint. It's not exactly a small underdog. 3 NBA winners as well, but nobody in the history of betting has dominated any single sport the way Joe Duffy's Picks has the NFL, and that is going on 31 years since the Score Phone days. Promises made, promises delivered. OffshoreInsiders.com. Now, for those of you who are simply looking for a free pick, we've got one of those where we use the odds makers' knowledge against them. The Chicago Bears are 8-3 straight up. The New York Giants are 3-8 straight up. Yet the Bears are only a 4-point favorite. That's one of those, and I've said time and time again, nothing is more overrated than straight-up record. That has a opportunity for us where you say, listen to what the odds makers are telling us. 53, 27, and 3 would favor the New York Giants plus the 4. Once again, the New York Giants are your free pick. Now, I know what a lot of you are going to say, like, yeah, no kidding. Chase Daniels is the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. That's why they are a road favorite. No kidding. We do know there are going to be extenuating circumstances, but that is usually the case when it comes to these using the odds makers' knowledge against them. There are other things to consider. So we're aware of that, folks. But anyway, that free pick is the New York Football Giants. The biggest consensus plays today in the NFL at Las Vegas and offshore sports books. The LA Rams are the biggest consensus play in terms of the, in terms of the number of bets, the percentage of bets, in terms of the percentage of money. It is also the LA Rams, followed very closely by New England and Pittsburgh. Now, they aren't, they're not super duper overwhelming. The biggest, as far as the lopsided money, the biggest sportsbook liabilities. Now, the one overwhelming sharp versus square metric, the so-called pros versus Joes, that would be on Oakland today. Now, as far as the totals are concerned, the LA Chargers to go over the total is the biggest consensus play, followed by Minnesota. That's based on the total, the percentage of bets. The most lopsided in terms of the money breakdown, Oakland under and Jacksonville under. And, Miami under is a pretty good sharp versus square or pros versus Joes. Weather. Arizona and Green Bay, there is a 56% chance of precipitation and 18-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Carolina, Tampa, also 18-mile-per-hour winds. Denver and Cincinnati, 16 miles per hour. New England and Miami, 15 miles per hour. Some ATS trends for you. The Rams have gone under 16-1 on the road versus non-divisional opponent that is scoring more than 24.3 points of more than 24.3% of their points from field goals. The Ravens are 12-0 on the road off of the win as a favorite in which their opponent scored first. The Chargers are 1-15 on the road off a double-digit win as a favorite in which fewer than 30% of their first downs were from third down. Panthers are 37-14 at home. Again, all records are ATS unless we specify over-unders. The Jets are 1-13 outside the division when they are off of a loss in a game in which they scored first. Key injuries. Looks like Randall Tex Cobb is going to be playing today for the Green Bay Packers against the Arizona Cardinals. Cobb has been injury-plagued again this year. 26 catches on 38 targets for 258 yards and a touchdown, but in just 5 games. Carolina Panthers wide receiver Darren Funchess, although officially listed as questionable, he is going to play. The Ravens, Gus Edwards has really established himself in the past few weeks. He was listed as questionable. He is going to play against the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Marshall is likely out for the Denver Broncos. Kansas City's Eric Berry did finally return to practice, but he is still not expected to play for Kansas City. Houston wide receiver Kiki Coty is going to be a game-time decision, but J.J. Watt is expected to play. And Vikings wide receiver Stephon Diggs is going to play, although he did miss some practice this week. Who have been the best teams to bet on based on the so-called sweat barometer this year at betting at sportsbooks such as mybookie.ag, which has given you a 100% sign-up bonus if you use the promo code Duffy. And yeah, most recently,